Oh, hi, podcast listeners. There's many ways you can listen to the Real Nerds podcast. You can subscribe on iTunes. You can also subscribe on Stitcher Radio. You want to send us a Twitter message? You can do that. It's so easy, at Real Nerds. Like us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. You can visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com, where there'll be a lot of articles for you to not only read, but to listen to our previous shows. Do you like your stories told through pictures? Then you can also follow us at Real Nerds on Instagram. You can also call us, 720-6nerds5. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot. A real nerd can follow the plot. And a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action. Real nerds.
Welcome to Real Nerds Podcast. We are the best movie podcast on the internet. I am Ryan. I am joined by the OG Real Nerd, Brad.
What up?
How's it going, Brad?
Oh, just getting a ton of stuff done, and yeah. How about you?
Same, my friend. But we also see a movie every week, and we podcast our experience to the world. This week, it was The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Stay tuned where we will recommend the film or not, play the trailer, and then spoil the film. We also talk about whatever we want when it's done and stuff we've been watching. But Brad, I want to talk about something that you might have brought up and I just wasn't paying attention. Because before we started, High Def Digest posted a review for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Stinkorama edition.
Yep.
And have you talked about this before on the podcast and I just wasn't listening?
I did. I was like, I showed it to you, and I was like, look at how cool this is, and you just didn't respond at all. Like you were in another. I'm just kidding. I you know that like meme of trying to show like someone you care about like your favorite movie, and they're just not like giving the time. That's what I was trying to emulate. But yeah, I'm sure I talked about it like what we've been watching or something. But yeah, it's Umbrella Entertainment out of Australia did a version of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies release with like it comes with like a scratch and sniff card, so you can just watch the movie and then sniff all the pungent aromas of New York City.
So like, was I on this episode? I don't remember this happening, and I listened to our episodes. I remember you talking about it. How old is this? How old is this release?
Like a year or two?
Really?
I think I got it last year. Yeah.
Because I was reading the review on High Def Digest, and the guy said he just got it so he'd get free shipping for the Rawhead Rex 4K. And he said that it smells like horrible.
Yeah. I mean, God, like one of the scents is sewer, another one's weed. I think the only good one is pizza. Gosh, I think there's like rat or something. I forget.
So does the whole case smell like it though? Because I think that's sometimes the problem with those scratch and sniff things, right?
No, you really have to like scratch it and then sniff the card itself to get anything out of it.
So did you put yours like in a Ziploc bag to preserve now?
Oh,
or
no.
is it only like a once in a time you'll ever do it?
Oh, you can scratch it a couple times and like get it back. So it's not like you really have to activate it.
Interesting.
Like all the pieces are so close together. Like otherwise, if it wasn't like controlled, they would just blend into one super shitty smell. Yeah,
because it looks like in the picture on the review, it's like postcard size, basically.
Yeah, it's about any kind of postcard insert for any DVD. Yeah, but there's like little discs of each scent in that rectangle, and yeah, you have to really target each one specifically to get the scent, and yeah.
And so the movie will like clue you in on when to use it.
Yeah, like you'll watch the movie and then like in a corner, sewer lid pops up and it's like you smell sewer or whatever.
Huh. I don't know. I just thought it was really interesting, and I don't know how I missed this or didn't remember you talking about it.
I think I talked about it when I said like Australia. Like I got it at the same time. I also bought Super Mario Brothers on Blu-ray from them.
Oh, you know what? I think I now am remembering because we brought up Umbrella before.
Yeah, like their Super Mario Brothers has the original box art.
Yeah.
So I was like, sweet. These are two things I like, and they're doing it But I want to. The other cool thing about the Turtles release is because it's Australia, they have the documentary with it. So there's actually bonus features on it.
Yeah, the reviewer said that's the best part because it's the the original making of is what he was saying.
Yeah, it's not extensive and it's actually more of a making of the second movie, but it's on there. It's more than the other releases have had. So,
which I always thought was weird. It's the most successful independent film of all time, and they haven't released any, like a definitive version of it.
Yeah, it's
hard. Who owns the rights to it? Does New Line?
Yeah, which is still Warner Brothers, but Paramount owns the franchise. So I don't know if Warner Brothers is like, well, we don't want to put out something that's going to help their franchise. But at the same time, like Paramount's making it popular. You would just be riding their coattails if you put out.
Yeah, they can do it because Warner Brothers and Paramount work together with Scream Factory to put out the Friday the 13th box set.
Yeah.
So, they can do it.
I mean,
that's just bizarre to me.
That's one reason I can think of that they're not doing it. But yeah,
no, I'm sure you're right because, I'm guessing New Line wants a huge cut of the film, and Paramount's like, but we're the reason they're still relevant, so we don't want to give you a big cut, and it's money.
But yeah, someone should do it because I also have as an MP3 the commentary from Steve Barron about the movie that's never been on there. So it's like you can put all these pieces together and make a really sweet definitive edition.
And it'd be awesome if they did a steelbook and it was like the original poster art. And you wouldn't even have to have, Ninja Turtles behind it. It could just be all four of them peeking out from the sewer. There
is a
minimal trade.
I think the British version is there's a steelbook of that, but for some reason they photoshopped the globe in the background, of Earth.
Weird.
Into the city. So, and then there's no title text. It's just that sewer, iconic sewer image, and there's Earth behind it. I'm like, what is this?
That's weird to me. Even the Mutant Mayhem, it's not the official poster, which is on the steelbook. But there's the poster that you used for the episode where I think Leonardo looks like he's dumb in it. His face is huh?
Yeah, it's he's got caught. Someone took a photo and he's just noticed it as they
maybe
did it.
That's what they're trying to do with it, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not a good definitive poster for that movie, but whatever. I'm sure some.
Well, I like the 40X one. I like the 40X one. That's why I used it on our post that we're seeing it. It's them all jumping off the side of a building.
Yeah, they really should just because they did that homage to the original the first comic book art.
Yeah,
in the movie, they could have done that rooftop shot and used that. I think that would have been cool.
I don't know why Hollywood doesn't listen to us. I mean, we have so many ideas.
Well, I guess they love leaving money on the ground, so.
I know. Fuckers.
But, yeah.
Cool. This week, we saw The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Brad, do you recommend Dracula's Voyage Across the Sea?
I'm so confused because everyone else seems to love this movie, but I was so bored. I tell you, oh, man. I did not enjoy it. It was, I sat there thinking the whole time, this is every bad alien movie knockoff I've ever seen. And it just has Dracula in it. And, these people are dumb and this boat's not that big. It's just, why is this happening? And why there's so many shots of this rosary? I don't, ugh.
I had fun in it. And I think part of the appeal is that they have nowhere to go. And it's a really contained story from Bram Stoker's Dracula, a chapter from it, which, if you read Dracula, it is a lot of journal entries from different people. And this one is based obviously on the captain's log from the Demeter, which you get a little taste of in the film, of him narrating the story. I liked it. I thought the creature was cool. I liked that it was gory. But I think you hit the nail on the head. It is like an alien film where there's something happening in the darkness getting people. We'll get into it after we play the trailer.
The Demeter, on charter from Romania to London. shipping private crates. Contents unknown. Out at sea with no land in sight.
This here is Clemens. He's a doctor.
You dress like a learned man.
University of Cambridge. I know my way around the boat.
Our charter has agreed to pay a bonus for timely arrival in London.
Let me show you the ship. This here is Huckleberry. We don't come with like this to give the eels clear.
Demeter's a fine boat, no doubt.
Something ripped apart the animals.
All the livestock.
This looks like a bite.
Search the ship. Everywhere. Evil is on board. Powerful evil.
In the night, it drinks our blood. He is here. We call him Dracula.
He's coming!
Did you see the size of that bloody thing?
I'm gonna kill the cursed thing.
He is on this ship, which means that we will never leave it.
The devil is real. May God have mercy on us all.
Yeah, I mean, the setting up this film isn't that hard. It is literally, you knew how it was going to end, kind of. I guess my biggest qualm is sometimes they take the easy way out with main characters in these kind of films. But I'll get to that in a second. It is Dracula's voyage from Transylvania to England to Carfax Abbey, which he will soon be the owner of, and being his reign of terror to London. And his cargo is brought aboard, and the Demeter sets sail on its ill-fated voyage. And Dracula gets out and starts killing people. And that's the premise of The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
And then you just watch all these people make dumb decisions, and it takes place over what, like a month or 2 weeks?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I was just so baffled of like they have all this time and they just can't seem to search every nook and cranny of this very tiny ship. Yeah. What else?
You know, they did a lot of explaining what was happening away. I mean, right away, if I was on board that ship and I saw animals with their throats ripped out, I'd been, you know what, let's port. But, you know, they're trying to get around that because they want this bonus, and they're so driven by money and greed that they don't see the monster on board. I thought it was shot really cool. I think the Dracula looks really awesome in it.
Yeah, but like
kind of a monster.
Yeah, that's cool. But like there were times where like they have a live action version of him, which is great. But then there's like a CGI version that's like feels out of like the early 2000s. You're like, oh man, they didn't finish
You know,
that.
that's my big pushback too, is there's some scenes where it's a torrential downpour and they're using, you know, lightning, and all of a sudden Dracula's behind them. And he looks like how I picture a live action Man-Bat looking from Batman. But you're right. And then he crawls away and it cuts to this CGI, which is so unnecessary, especially because the gore effects are practical too. So when they do that, it's so unnecessary. That's my biggest complaint sometimes with CGI is they use it because it's convenient instead of just making the shot look cool. Because you really couldn't have the dude crawl across the deck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, why is this shot? Because the one that stuck out, I mean, for the most part, I thought it was pretty cool. But the one that stuck out for me is he's on the deck. He shows up behind a guy. He doesn't kill him, but he's stalking him. And then they do this kind of over the shoulder shot of looking at the actor in the foreground, and Dracula crawls across the deck. And then he crawls across and it's CGI. Like, I don't understand why that has to be CGI.
Yeah, I guess you have to be on set to understand. And there's also like later in the movie, they explain like, because Dracula could have killed all these people within like the first hour of the movie. But they're like, oh, he was like rationing all of us out to, so he could feed through like the whole voyage. But he kills that one dude. God, I don't remember anybody's name, but like, I don't know, the long blonde haired guy, like he's this, I don't know, third to last guy.
Yeah, we'll call him Sven.
Yeah, like
Viking guy.
Doesn't even feed on him, just obliterates him. So it's like, okay, so he just wasted that guy like for food. Like,
well, at that point, he was, they were almost there. He only had like 3 days left. And so he knew that he had to take them all out. What I also like though about this is Dracula killed the little kid.
Yeah.
And I was really concerned they're going to take the wussy way out. And, he just got bit and now they're going to try to save his life. And he wasn't really dead, but they fucking killed that kid.
Yeah, twice.
Yep.
But also it was like, when, like they drug it out like extra, because and they make you think like, oh, he's actually going to live. And then like off screen, they're like, oh no, he's totally dead. Like, oh, okay. And then, yeah, he burns up later, which is cool. But like, I think you could just gone from, he died, on the surface there and then just go to like the funeral and then him burn up.
I read the biggest complaint a lot of people had was its bloated runtime. And yeah, I think you could cut probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes out of it to make it more lean. But I still liked it. I like the set design. I like the creature. Even though the main character, Mr. Clemens, I thought he was a cool character, and him explaining that because of the color of his skin, no one's giving him a fair chance to be a good doctor. And I like that stuff.
Yeah.
But Dracula, the movie and the book, and even the beginning of the film sets up that you don't want to go on the Demeter because of what they saw. And at the end, like there's only like 2 dead people on the ship. You know what I mean? Because he obliterated that one guy. The captain was tied to the wheel, and then the gypsy lady and that Dr. Clemens, they get away.
Yeah, so there's not enough carnage on the ship to like justify.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, because they set it up that at the beginning, the one constable, he's don't make me go back on that ship, and like pretty sure 95% of the people were thrown overboard or something.
Yeah,
because they had the cook guy who tried to get away, and then Dracula used his mist to get him on the lifeboat. He threw the one dude who he obliterated into the water. The kid burned up. They dumped the first guy Dracula killed into the water too.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's like 2 or 3 bodies on board.
Which is like, maybe these 3 people just like murder suicided each other.
Because to me, because this movie is already R rated, so it's already a hard R. I would have put like intestines on the wheel, like heads like stuck to the pikes or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To really scare people. And that was where because I really actually liked the movie and I had fun with it. But my biggest complaint is like that Dr. Clemens guy, like he gets an easy out, and everybody else who falls under the spell of Dracula, like the one dude who bangs his head against the door, he can't control himself. But the one chick is just sitting on the debris from the Demeter, and she says, "Yeah, I'm just going to die." And she goes off and burns up, and then he gets away. And then they're in London at the end, and Dracula doesn't even disguise his like visage. I mean, you're like, dude, you don't notice the dude who looks like a bat sitting in the restaurant?
Look at that weird dude with like rich person clothes. What's going on?
Yeah, because
I totally thought. Oh, good.
No, I was gonna say because the one lady says too that he disguises himself as a person. Why does he keep the bat look on him while he's literally in a crowded pub? I don't understand.
Yeah, I get maybe like to the audience he looks like the bat, so we just know quickly. But maybe in the Doctor's world, he actually does look like a human. But then how would he recognize him? I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, like
they should just put Gary Oldman in there.
I totally thought that the Doctor was also we're gonna find out at that moment that he was like changed his name to Van Helsing or something.
Yeah, that would have been sweet.
Like they're setting up the Dark Avengers again.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, but also too, like the Doctor is smart, except for like 3 days before it crashes. They're like, "Oh, I think we're gonna actually finally search all these crates." Like, oh, I maybe should have done that 30 days ago when the first 2 people died.
Yeah,
it's like yeah, that ship was not that big. Like it looks big from the outside, but it's probably like what a 3-bedroom apartment or something.
Yeah, but if you have nowhere to go for 30 days, I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, how'd they not find Dracula? Like, you could have done it in a couple, like probably within the hour. You probably overturned it or everything and found him. Then you could just explain like they didn't find him because he used this like a glamoring effect or whatever. Like that's why they never found it. But no, they're just like something's killing it, and I guess we're just gonna like go to sleep and hopefully wake back up for like the next couple days. And yeah, they never found him. Saw these weird crates in here. Yeah.
It's just dirt. Yeah, that's the hard thing. If you're gonna do a prequel or and how it's gonna end, like the Demeter's gonna show up and everybody's dead.
Yeah.
Like I would just go balls to the wall, you know what I mean? I mean, there's parts in it that are pretty gory and cool. But like I said, I'd have intestines hanging off and heads stuck to things and like just go for the straight hard R.
Yeah. And also like make it a challenge, like some sort of challenge for the people on the boat. Cause they just kind of seemed like really oblivious to everything, and then they just get obliterated. It's like just watching like how's this person gonna die?
Yeah.
Like there's no you're just waiting for it. There's no mental challenge to it. It's like people like the Last Ronin comic, but it's really just like 5 issues of like you could just get to see how your favorite turtles die. It's like
I thought it was a cool comic. You see the trailer they did? They're making a game on it.
I haven't. No, I know they're doing it, but I just haven't watched the trailer. I'll wait till it's a little farther along.
Yeah, I mean it's an announcement trailer, so it's really nothing. But
yeah, but I wish there was like some more complex story going on than like I don't want to just watch like how's this person gonna bite it? I want I want somebody to be able to figure out something or maybe have like a chance against Dracula. But now everyone here is pretty much like I don't know what to do. Like you should probably just jump overboard, really. Like, like staying here is pretty dumb.
Cool. This is movie news.
It's real news.
So, if I'm going to use movie news, of course, I'm going to just self-promote us. Our 600th episode is happening very soon.
Soon.
You came up with I'm sorry?
Oh, I said very soon.
Yeah. You came up with a cool idea. And so for the last 12 years, all of us here at Real Nerds have told the other nerds they need to watch a certain movie. And a lot of times they're just like, fuck you. I don't care. And, but for our 600th episode, we have finally compiled a list of all the movies we wanted the other nerds to watch. And how this is going to work is each one of us have picked 20 films, and we each have to pick 6 films to watch. and it's totally random, and we have to watch them and report back. Now, this devolved from an idea of that we were going to pick a bunch of shitty movies for us to watch, but it seemed that it was more fun to get the nerds that didn't watch movies that were recommended as well. So I think it's going to be a nice mixture of them.
Yeah, because it's also going to celebrate, the fact like we've gone to see a new movie every week, and it's usually been like the big one. So, not every week has just one movie. So we've ignored all these other like counter program movies. So this is our chance to go back through and see like, hey, we missed this one. Like maybe we talked about it in what we've been watching, but we're actually going to like celebrate it and push it to the forefront in this episode of 600th.
Yeah, so it should be fun. Also, too, buckle up because we still have to do a couple more retro film explosions that will be dropping. So 2003 and 2013, for our listeners out there, if you can think of what you like from those movies, those years, send them to us and we'll share them on the show. 600 episodes, though. That's reason to celebrate.
I mean, how many other podcasts do you know that have 600 episodes?
Not very many. And we actually have way more. We just only number our movie ones that we see. So,
yeah, I think I saw some feed. It actually said we had 775 total posted stuff. So
nice.
Yeah. But as far as like weekly episodes, yeah, it's 600 coming soon. And if you're listening to us on Spotify, make sure that you switch over because August 29th is the last day Spotify will be active. Stitcher.
Sorry. Spotify, we're not on Spotify. They don't like us.
No, we're on Spotify.
Are we?
Yeah.
I have us on Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and Apple. So I guess I should subscribe to Spotify too.
You don't have to. I forget what it was, but they were doing something not cool. But we are on there. And then I don't know what I'm going to do without Stitcher. Maybe just stick to Apple Podcasts, but like they don't have a good way of curating like
I know
a collection of things you like. You kind of just have to put each one on your feed and just find it yourself. Like, there's not a good way to get new episodes. You kind of just have to like, oh, I want to go to this podcast itself and then find the episode. Yeah, not cool.
Agreed.
Also, we're going to do a bonus episode of the selection
correct.
of our 600th episode movies, which I think is going to be quite fun because I think some people are going to be very adamant about not seeing what they get.
Well, they're going to have to. And I don't know how we're going to make sure they do. It's funny when we put this idea forth, kind of the last person to chime in was Corinne, and she's going to participate, but I know she's terrified that she's going to get something, Return of the Living Dead or Dawn or something of Dawn of the Dead, or Evil Dead 2013. I don't know, but, we'll see.
Yeah, there's really there's really no way to enforce it. There's nothing to win and there's nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So,
but it'd be just a dick move if they didn't.
And I don't know. It's 6. I picked 6 because it's the 600th episode. But I'm wondering, can James do 6 episodes or 6 movies?
He might not. Maybe. I mean, if we'll pull 6 films, and if they can watch them, cool. If not, talk about the ones you did watch. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
And if I'm making a general list, but if there's a movie like we just can't get a hold of, then, we just redraw and pick another one.
Because, I would never force somebody to pay to watch Jack Frost, but, if they can, if I can meet up with them, I'll definitely let them borrow the Blu-ray.
Yeah. But places like Tubi and, have like a wealth of free stuff. So
yeah, even Amazon, I've noticed if you can watch a lot of stuff with like, they have free with ads. So.
Yeah. And then I have like a bunch of indie stuff. I'm like, I really want you guys to see, but I'm like, I don't know if there's a place you can get them. Like, because I don't think I even have like the DVDs because they didn't put a DVD out of it. So
we'll
see.
My old saying, we're fixing to find out.
Yep.
So stay tuned for that. This is something we watched this week.
So
yeah, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Brad, what'd you watch? Anything of note?
I mean, a lot of different things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all new stuff.
Wow.
Do you want to do them all, or I'll repeat them off, and then you can pick from them.
Sure.
I watched Jennifer's Body for the first time, Meg 2: The Trench, Toxic Avenger Part 2, Jules, and My Stepmother is an Alien.
Which one do you think will be the most fun to talk about?
Let's see.
I mean, I think Jennifer's Body is a fun film, but you know,
I did not care for it. I mean, I get its campiness, but I guess I just didn't appreciate. Like, I didn't see like the highfalutin, like, oh, it's actually this kind of movie type thing. It just felt like, it just felt like just general silliness, and like not like a direct, clear vision to me. What's his name? J. Jonah Jameson shows up in the movie. And it kind of feels like he showed up for a comedy. And like a lot of the other, like a lot of the rest of the movie is funny, like a comedy, but it's also, I don't know how to describe it. It's just so weird.
It is a weird one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say the one I want to talk about was Toxic Avenger 2, because they just released images from the remake that they're doing.
Yeah.
So tell me about Toxic Avenger 2.
It really feels like the Jackass version of Toxic Avenger. Like, you know, all of this like bunny like runs through Japan skits from Jackass. Like that's what this movie feels like, because they shoot like one scene here in the woods where the Center for the Blind blows up, and then Toxie goes to Japan to find his dad, and it's really just like him walking through the streets, like just interacting with stuff. Like just like they were on vacation and they just shot this dude in a Toxic Avenger suit just interacting with people. And then he tracks down his dad, and there's like this whole evil organization, what are they called, like Anarchy or something. Shoot, I just watched it too. But yeah, so they're trying to take over Tromaville back in New Jersey, and then I forget like what about Toxie's dad is going to help him do that, but it's ridiculous, and gory and just random nudity everywhere, and
sounds like a trauma film.
All the trauma staples are in it, and it's fun.
It's definitely their like pinnacle of filmmaking is the Toxic Avenger series.
Yeah. And then on How This Get Made, they reviewed this I think it's 1988. Yeah, 1988 movie with Dan Aykroyd and Kim Basinger called My Stepmother's an Alien, and introducing Allison Hannigan.
Oh yeah, I vaguely remember this movie because it seems like I think I saw it on ABC or something.
Yeah, it's
when I was a kid.
It's so bad. The effects are terrible. Kim Basinger is just this extraterrestrial who visits Earth because NASA guy Dan Aykroyd and John Lovitz created this, I don't know, space signal that traveled to her planet and activated something that's going to kill their planet. And so Kim Basinger and her like alien inside her purse character come and learn about Earth culture and try to find out like how to recreate the signal. And Kim Basinger's charming because she's just being like goofy, silly, like I don't know how food works, you know, type like stuff. And but the weird part is like creepy. Like Dan Aykroyd's a widower, and so he meets her at this party, instantly like wants to marry her and does. And like it feels like everything happens over the span of like 3 days.
Weird.
And Allison Hannigan finds out that like she's drinking the battery acid out of the car batteries. I have to prove to Dad that she's not who she says she is. And and then her like
as you're explaining this, I'm just thinking of Tracy Morgan from Jay and Silent Bob. I don't know what the fuck you just said, man. You're special.
Totally. Then speaking of aliens, I watched this really recent movie called Jules with Ben Kingsley and Jane Curtin. Ben Kingsley is this it's very much like Robot and Frank vibes, except instead of a robot, it's a actual extraterrestrial, and then there's no heist. It's just Ben Kingsley's an old man and he might be losing his mind to Alzheimer's, but this saucer crashes in his backyard and no one believes him, and he's totally sort of chill about it and invites the alien to live with him, and then his other elderly friends from the neighborhood find out about it and they try to help the alien, and then they realize they have to keep it a secret because the government, that's how it happens in movies. Once the alien gets out of the public, the government shows up, and it ends so weirdly. Like, it's a pretty decent time, but the ending is just like a complete thud, where he's like, I don't want to wither away. Like, I don't want my daughter to see me wither away. So I'm actually going to go with the alien. And then, the alien takes him to a quarry and drops him off because they're trying to escape the government. And then he's like, you know what? Actually, I want to stick this out. And then, like, it's like 3 scenes of, like, it just dissolves to, him back at home, like, talking to his, like, a quick conversation with his friends. And then it cuts to him back in his living room at night. And then, like, outside, you see the rays of, like, oh, the saucer came back. And it's like, what? Like, what does this mean? Why did they do it this way? You could have just ended it 2 scenes ago.
Well, they wanted the Return of the King thing,
Yeah, that's like exactly. I was thinking, it's like, okay, we're doing this Lord of the Rings thing. Like you didn't do a reconciliation with the daughter at all. You just, I was like, this is a weird way to edit this ending. It almost felt like the whole movie felt like, oh, this idea for this story, but we're not really sure where to go with it. Cause like at one point, one of the friends is trying to teach like this community, like elderly person talks with a young person. We can just like exchange ideas and things. And like she invites this one guy over and he turns out to be stealing from her. And then when she figures it out, he tries to like strangle her. And then the alien has mind powers, like telekinetic mind powers, and just explodes his head from like, from Ben Kingsley's house. Like he can just sense it.
Okay.
It's all over the map. And then like Jane Curtin like sings Freebird in the middle of it for like a really long scene. Actually, I think it's during that scene. It's kind of a mess, but
wow,
pretty charming before that. So yeah, that's what I watched this week, except for the best thing I watched this week, which you have to see, is a movie called Theater Camp.
Oh, I do want to see that really bad.
Have you seen the trailer for it? Yeah.
Yeah.
For everyone listening, it's this mockumentary about a fictional summer camp for theater kids. And it's just fun watching all these cliches about kids theater. It's kind of like a window into like the adult world too, because all the counselors, everyone thinks they're great. Like everyone that's in this camp thinks they're great, and they're at the same time like they're being like a rival camp is trying to take them over, but they're just like a regular camp because they really just want their land. So yeah, like the person who founded the camp, it falls into a coma, and then her son has to manage it in the interim, and he's like like a YouTube TikTok douche bro.
Yeah, who is that guy? Like, I've seen him in other stuff, but I can't place him in the trailer.
He's like in 22 Jump Street. He's one of the friends of
yeah, that's where he's from. That's right.
Yeah. He's been in other stuff since then, but he's great in it, and really everyone is. But yeah, it's just this fun little documentary. If you've ever been in theater, you just like see all these archetypes of people and stuff, and it's mockumentary style, so it's pieced together like you're watching like someone filming them for the weekend, So
yeah, I'm gonna try to sneak away and see that and Talk to Me this week, because I think Laura's off the next 3 or 4 days, and my kid will be in bed early because he has school, so I'll have nothing to do. So I'm gonna try to run and see it.
Yeah, definitely put that on your list. It's one of my favorite things this year. So
nice.
What'd you watch?
Just a couple things. The first thing I watched, did you know that Jackass made a Shark Week thing?
I think I heard that, but I haven't seen it.
So there's two of them, and I mean they're toned down, obviously, because you can tell they're made for Discovery.
Like recently, or
yeah, super recent, because Poopies and all the other new guys are in it.
okay.
And what's really fascinating on the first one is their big stunt at the end is they're going to literally jump the shark. So they set up this ramp, and Poopies is on a wakeboard, and he's going to jump over a bunch of sharks. And he goes on the ramp, and he crashes, and one of the sharks attack him, like legit attack him. And he
can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah. And he almost lost his hand. Like, it severed two arteries in his hand.
Oh, geez.
And yeah, it's fucked up. And like they show him being saved, and they're swimming him back to the boat, and there's literally a trail of blood following him. And they had to, this one guy did a backflip to scare the sharks away from him. It's fucking insane. So the next one is they're trying to get him to go back out because I guess he liked to surf and he was too obviously terrified to go back in the water. And the big stunts is they were simulating what it was like for him to get bit by the shark, but like 1/100th of the pressure. So Knoxville punches his hand into this like fake shark and it clamps on it. But the best bit is they had Dark Shark, who was that one kid whose dad was the felon from Jackass Forever?
I forget his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Is it Jasper? Does that sound right?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Anyway, so he's back, and they have the shark expert with them, and they made this like clear boat, and they're doing an experiment to see if they shot electric magnetic pulses in the water, the shark would swim away. But they also put an electric shock collar around his neck. And so every time he pushed it, Wee Man would hit the shock collar. It's just funny.
How did he not know that it was a shock collar?
Well, I don't know. Because if he gets shocked the first couple times, it's like, yo, hook this up wrong. It's just funny.
Like if anyone on Jackass put something around my neck, I gotta assume it's a shock collar.
Oh, totally. And then they make Wee Man touch an electric eel and shit. It's just like they're a little toned down, and they actually have some real science behind the sharks and stuff, which is cool. But it's just kind of it's just Jackass doing Shark Week, which the one thing I do like about algorithms, because I like stupid shit like that Max, my streaming service, is like, yo, you watch Harley Quinn and all this stupid shit, you probably like Jackass. So yeah, I watched Jackass Shark Week, both episodes. Those are pretty fun.
Max, you know me so well.
Yeah. But it was yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe that Poopy's really got, I mean, legit shark attacked and is on camera and everything. Is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, those are fun. And the other thing I watched is the Resident Evil franchise puts out these CGI movies that follow the characters from the games. In fact, a lot of the voice actors in the movies are the voice actors from the game. And the new one is called Death Island, and it takes place, I want to say 10 years after Resident Evil 2, where the world's kind of getting back to normal, but there's a new T-virus zombie outbreak, and they're trying to figure out who it is. And the big sell in this one is they bring together all the big stars, quote unquote, from the game, so it's kind of the Avengers Endgame of Resident Evil movies. And the story is really flimsy. It's called Death Island because some guy on Alcatraz is delivering this bioweapon to turn people into zombies through microscopic like nanotechnology, so they don't even have to be bit to turn into zombies. And the action in it's pretty cool. The only bummer is this movement still, it looks like it's like a PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 movement. So sometimes it looks weird. I mean, the character models are incredible, but the movement, you know what I mean, just doesn't look right.
Is this recent?
Yeah, it came out like 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
but I mean, the character models look incredible. Well, some of them. Chris Redfield looks a little weird because they jack him up, but it's fun. And at the end, all the heroes team up to fight this super monster, and they don't explain how, but they all have these huge weapons and rocket launchers that they're pulling out of like thin air. I have no idea where they get them, but they're just shooting this monster with it, and it's basically showing each main character doing something cool. You know what I mean? And one is Chris and Leon have this bazooka that only both of them can hold. Well, don't forget Jill has a plasma gun that she randomly finds. I'm like, what the fuck is this place? But yeah, it's fun. It's a nice diversion.
I guess they're like, let's make it as close to the game as possible, where they just, fight.
It totally is. That's all I could think of, because, you know, when you fight the huge monsters at the end of Resident Evil, usually you run around and you have to weaken them with your own weapons. And then eventually someone will fly overhead with you and say, here, use this. And they throw a rocket launcher down to you. And that's the vibe I got. I was like, oh, they're just like embracing the craziest part of the games, you know? And in that, it was fun. And I mean, some of the action is really cool and the violence is cool. But I will say, you do have to know Resident Evil lore to watch it, I think, to enjoy it, because they go pretty deep on some of the video game lore. They even have some where, well, I guess if you've seen the movies, so Jill Valentine, it's Resident Evil 5, is like her mind is taken over by the bad guy. And they mentioned that in this. You have to know each of their roles in the games, or you might be lost by their specialties. So you do have to be versed in Resident Evil, I think, to enjoy it. But it's fun. And I mean, they're more in the Resident Evil vein than the movies. Besides the relaunch movie, I thought was pretty close to Resident Evil, but you know, the Mila Jovovich ones where it's, I don't know what they are. They're just set piece to set piece.
Yeah, it sounds like they just like, hey, what if the cutscenes from the game were just a movie?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And so as a fan, I like, you know, the movie, but I think to recommend it to a non-fan is kind of a no-starter, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because you have to like the games to even understand what the fuck's going on. But it looks cool, and the action's fun. And they kill lots of zombies in gross ways, so. And that's what I watched this week.
Cool.
Next week is Blue Beetle, which should be fun, unless you want to see Strays instead.
I want to see both, but what's after next week?
I think there is another movie. I think, just for our sanity, we should try to schedule a film explosion soon, because we still have 2 more and then the year-end one, and there's only 3 months left in the year, pretty much.
Yeah, well, I don't think I want to do any film explosions before 600, because that's going to be a big deal.
Well, I was looking ahead. I think the 2 weeks after 600 there's no new films coming out that week, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So
I'm saying, like, if we can do Blue Beetle next week and then Strays the week after, that takes us to 598.
Yeah, and then we can probably do something like that.
Cool.
But yeah. So Blue Beetle next week. We'll see you at the movies. Bye.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action. Real nerds.
Thanks for listening to Real Nerds Podcast, a Nebulous Visions production. Stream or download episodes, read articles at realnerdspodcast.com. Stream us on Apple or Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. Follow us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. Twitter and Instagram, @Real Nerds. Watch us on YouTube, Real Nerds Podcast. Email us at realnerds@gmail.com. Call us at 720-6nerds5. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill, Mike at Plan 9 Studios, and Bolognium for all of our groovy theme songs. And that's how you fucking do it.